Rick Keys, Music Caravan. I'm back off the operating table, and once a Keys, always a Keys. Haven't changed that much. I may have some, I don't know what they call it, some not anesthesia, but Oxycontin, whatever, pain reliever to relieve the pain from that surgical procedure done by Dr. Keys. Actually, I've had a few Bloody Marys, so I guess I'm recovering. But anyway, still here with you. Once a Keys, always a Keys. Here to bring you more new blues and blues on the Roots Music Report chart. So here we go. Let's start off with this. Let me see here. We got a brand new one from a gentleman called Billy Truitt, and it's called Abstract Truth. Can you see that? Abstract Truth. There you go. By the way, this is part 2. You heard part 1 with Dr. Keys, and he explained the prognosis of me, and you heard some great music from Canada. All right, here's another new one, brand new to the Rick Keys Music Caravan. His name is Andre Herbert, Boogie Till I Die. That's probably what Rick Keys will be doing, boogieing till I die. Okay, remember I told you about Ilana Katz? She's the lady with 2 names. She's got a release, and I've actually played a couple of hers already. This one is called Blues and Old Time Fiddle. If you like violin or fiddle, you're going to like Ilana Katz, Blues and Old Time Fiddle. There you go, Ilana Katz, fiddling around. All right, you guys have heard a lot of these guys, but it's one of the Rick Keys, me, searched out and found from Dublin, Ireland. They're called Crazy Crow. They have a release called Moving On. Okay, here's another new one I found via my social media expertise. It's called the Gretchen Emery Band, and If Love Were Enough, I wouldn't have had to worry about getting a septoplasty that could cure my snoring, for the potentiality of meeting that dream woman, the dream of my life that I will one day marry and make the woman of my life for the rest of my years here on this wonderful planet we call Earth. Okay, this guy's new too. Mark Pocket Goldberg. He's got a release called Off Balance Blues. It's kind of what I feel like right now. Those 3 Bloody Marys have made me a little off balance, but I think I can continue to survive. Okay, now here's the big news, and I'm actually going to this show next week in Long Beach. It's called, it's the Cadillac Zack Presents the 44s with Deb Ryder. You guys remember I've been playing Deb Ryder almost all last year. She's been on that Roots Music Report top blues releases for almost a whole frickin' year. Deb Ryder has. She's actually joining up with the 44s on October 8th, October 9th, and October 10th. I'm going to see her and the 44s October 10th in Long Beach. And here's one of the 44s. We're going to play some music from that. And by the way, if you want to get tickets to that great show with Deb Ryder and the 44s, you can text. I guess you can call too. Don't know nowadays what they do, but I guess everything's texting. But here's the number for tickets: 323-377-5291. What was that? 323-377-5291. Tickets for Cadillac Zack Presents 44s with Deb Ryder. Got 3 days. I'm going to be up there on October 10th with a beautiful woman, and we're going to see that show on Sunday in Long Beach. Okay, so actually on this release, the 44s, Kid Ramos, previously of the Thunderbirds, he was featured on this album, 44s, Boogie Disease. did I say boogie or not booger disease? I've been so much into boogers lately because of this septoplasty, because my nose has been running this greeny goo for like 2 weeks now. And I think the only thing that helps now is the Oxycontin didn't help much. And the Tylenol didn't, but those 3 Bloody Marys sure made a difference. All right. So anyway, the 44s featuring Kid Ramos. Well, I happen to have a release from Kid Ramos, and it's called Old School. So you're going to hear some of that music. Another cool one from Lou Jetton and 61 South. It's called Deja Voodoo. I haven't quite got that down yet. Deja Voodoo. There you go. Lou Jetton, 61 South. So you're going to hear some of that. Reverend Nathan. I need a Reverend right about now. Actually, I needed a Reverend about 2 weeks ago when I was so miserable getting out of that septoplasty surgery. But I think I'm finally starting to wake up and come out of that anesthesia. Here's Reverend Nathan, and this is volume 1. So you're going to hear some of that music. This one is Levy Town, and it's trying to keep my head above water. Well, being in the, we won't mention his name, but he is our president, and we won't mention the party, but they are the party of the president. I don't want to mention because I've got a lot of liberals out there that really like him for some reason. But this is what America's trying to do right at the moment. Keep your head above water, Levy Town. Sorry, liberals. Let's continue. Here's another one from Bad Daddy. It's called It's a Mad Bad. No. Bad Daddy has a release. It's called It's a Mad Bad Dad World. See that one? Mad Dad, Bad Dad World. Ooh, you got to get that lighting just properly. Can't see that one. All right. I'm going to have to hire another lighting coordinator. Okay, here's a cool one, another new one from the Supersonic Blues Machine, and this one is called Voodoo Nation. Can you see that? Voodoo Nation. Let me do some lighting adjustment here. All right. How's that? Voodoo Nation. We can see that. Supersonic Blues Machine. Excuse me. I'm still ailing a little bit. That's why I am Patient Keys today, but I'm actually Rick Keys. Rick Keys out of septoplasty and turbinate reduction. So hopefully I can bleed. I've already done enough of that. Hopefully I can breathe better and actually not snore, because I know there's this beautiful, wonderful woman that would love to have me as their husband or boyfriend without the snoring. So let's continue here. What do we got here? Let's see. Okay, well, actually, this is the last one, number 2. So we're going to go back here. Excuse me. Woo! Those were good Bloody Marys. All right. We got Mick Colossa. They call me Uncle. He's at number 50 on the Roots Music Report chart, or we lovingly call it the RMR chart. Mick Colossa. They call me Uncle Mick. All right. At number 68, we got Hurricane Ruth. She actually blew in town. She was at 88 on that RMR chart. She's now currently 48 on that chart, and it's live at 3rd and Lindsley. Speaking of hurricanes, sorry about all the damage and destruction that occurred in Florida. All our prayers are with you in Florida. So hang in there. We know Florida is a tough and resilient state, just like Rick Keys is a tough and resilient dude also. Speaking of resilient, Val Starr, she is at number 46. Val Starr and the Blues Rocket, they've been in that top 50 of the Roots Music Report chart almost all year. Healing Kind of Blues. Remember, we can't see that one because it's yellow. That's the title. Healing Kind of Blues. So you're going to hear that. And actually, no, I don't have COVID. I think it must be something with the nose and the septoplasty and whatever, but that's what's happening. But healing kind of blues, that's what I need right at the moment. It's been 2 weeks of misery with this post-operative surgery recovery. Dr. Keys said it was going to be a piece of cake. Well, Dr. Keys was totally wrong. It is not a piece of cake. It's probably one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. But if I can breathe after this and not snore, it will be well worth it. Well, let's continue now with Misty Blues. One Louder is the title of their track. What'd you say? One Louder is the title of their track by Misty Blues, and they are at number 45. You've never seen Rick Keys in an inebriated state before, have you? Well, welcome. Here I am, Rick Keys, 3 Bloody Marys, and I'm doing the best I can. Remember, I am a patient still. Dr. Keys just let me out. He said, Rick, I don't think you're ready to be seen by the real world. And I said, I can't, I got to do it. I love my audience. They love me. So I got to get out there. And so here I am, probably not at my best, but I will get better. All right, let's continue here. Number 43, Bob Stroger and the Headcutters. No, can't tell that's Bob Stroger and the Headcutters. Almost looks like the Beatles' White Album. But that's what happens when some of these artists and their labels cheap out on us and don't put something on there to see. Let's continue. Patty Tweet, or Twite, we haven't figured that out yet. Rick Keys hasn't figured it out yet, but her last name is Tuite. I'm thinking it's Tweet, or it could be Twite. Don't know. Could be Twite. She is at number 37. Actually, she's not, because this is Johnny Sansome and Into Your Blues. He's at number 42 on that Roots Music Report chart. It's bad enough trying to do this sober, let alone trying to do a show with 3 Bloody Marys in you. Okay, let's continue. Okay, here's Patty Twite at number 37, and it's called, what's it called? Holy shit. It's called Hard Case of the Blues. I got a hard case of the blues. I've been laid up for 2 frickin' weeks, and I'm probably still going to be dealing with this congestion and snotty nose for another 2 weeks. But hey, I'm here. What can I say? Number 35. Number 35, Rick Keys at his best. GA20 and Crackdown. I feel like I've been cracked down with a ton of crack, but hopefully in another 2 weeks, you'll see the wonderful, cheery, lovely Rick Keys again at his best. Not at my best now. Remember, I'm a patient. Okay. Yes, and the nose is still not totally healed and can't breathe sometimes. All right, let's continue here with Charlie Musselwhite, Alligator Record Labels. He's at number 32. Whoa, he dropped down quite a bit, poor Charlie did, with Mississippi Sun. See that? There's Charlie there with the guitar and the car. Guitar and a car. Kat Riggins, one of my favorites. She's she's with Gulf Coast Records from Florida. They've had a bad spat here lately with that damn hurricane. Kat Riggins, number 29 with Progeny. Okay. So I love Kat Riggins. Everything she puts out is great. Number 25, speaking of everything she puts out is great, got Janova Magnus. Hard to Kill. Yeah, well, I guess I'm hard to kill. I survived that damn septoplasty and the turbinate reduction. Yeah, but it almost killed me. Janova Magnus. She's at number 25. And no, I don't have COVID. And last but not least, we got Shamikia Copeland and Done Come Too Far. Well, Rick Keys being me, I've done come too far to not come back and play my music for my wonderful listening audience that has been waiting for me patiently to return. Here it is. Shminky Copeland. Also, Alligator Record Labels. She's at number 2. So don't forget, I am going to be at that show with the 44s and Deb Ryder in Long Beach by Cadillac Zach Presents. And that show is on the 10th, but there's also a show on the 9th and a show on the 8th. So if you look up Cadillac Zach Presents, or you call this number for tickets or text it, 323-377-5291. So you've probably seen poor Rick Keys at his worst on this show, but remember, I will get better. And stay tuned. You know how to listen to the show. First off, you go to YouTube and you look for Rick Keys, Keys, Rick Keys Music Caravan. Subscribe. You can follow that way. There's a bell. If you press that bell, that brings my show into your living abode or your computer or your cell phone, however you listen. Ooh, my nose still hurts. You can do it that way. And also there's a thumb icon. Press that spreads the good news of Rick Keys, always a Keys. And what else was there? Press the thing, and then okay, like it. Make sure you like it. And then also you can follow along Rick Keys, Keyes, Rick Keys Music Caravan on Facebook and on Twitter. Make sure, I know there's a lot of liberals out there, people that like that guy who's our president right now. So if you like the guy that's our president and the vice president, you're probably not going to like my Rick Keys personal page. But if you just test that guy and think that he's probably one of the worst presidents that we've ever had in our lifetime or in the history of the United States, then go to Rick Keys Music Caravan, and it's just music, no politics. And you can also get it on Twitter, tweet it, Twitter. Okay, so anyway, hey, so stay tuned. Rick Keys Music Caravan Blue Show. Lots of great music coming up, and hopefully I can survive it until another day. Stay tuned. Love y'all. Love y'all. Time for another Bloody Mary.